Hi there, Jody Rogers here, and we're on day 63 of our 100 days to creating a clear 2020 vision. Today's topic, love well. Love. Ah, love. What a wonderful word. What a wonderful act. But sometimes it's difficult to understand how to really love well. That's why I'm so glad I picked up the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman, because he puts into it some practical ways that we give and receive love. And how we give and receive love varies from person to person. So it's really key to understand how you receive love and how you can show it to others. If you haven't picked up a copy of his books, there's lots of versions now, from the 5 Love Languages for children, for singles, the original. Basically, the gist of it is that there's 5 ways that we give and receive love. And they are words of affirmation and praise, gifts, touch, quality time, and acts of service. So it's important to understand for yourself, how do you receive love? How do you give it? Typically, we tend to give it the way we want to receive it. I'll give you an example. My love language is acts of service. I want you to do things for me. That lets me know that you love me. My husband's love language is words of affirmation and praise. So we went through many years of our marriage with him praising me and affirming me, and me doing things. And yet we weren't communicating love, because you see, I didn't really need his praise and affirmation. And he certainly didn't need me doing things for him. And once we read this book and started to shift the way that we act, well, we just felt more loved. And who doesn't want that? I tell you, my last year of working in a corporate environment, my husband was amazing at showing me love. In the winter, he'd clean off my car, he'd make me coffee, he'd put my coffee in the car, he'd make me my lunches. He was doing these acts of service to show me that he loved me. But it's not always easy to give love the way it needs to be received or given to another person, because you'd think that just saying a few words of praise or affirmation, that's easy, right? It's just words. But it's not my language. I need to learn this language, and I need to practice it, just like we practice learning a foreign language or learning an instrument. But I think it's really key just to pick up on what are the cues that show us the way our children, our spouse, even our friends need to be loved. So words of affirmation and praise, I think it's pretty obvious, right? Complimenting, lifting up, giving thanks. Touch would be cuddling, hugging, even just sitting close to someone on a couch, maybe someone who likes to sit on your lap. If you have a child that likes to sit on your lap, they're showing you that that's the way they need to receive love, through touch. Quality time, that might look different for different people, but obviously spending some dedicated, focused time with one another. Acts of service is just those different acts of doing things for one another. And of course, gifts can be small, big, depending on what the person likes, but just showing, I thought of you, I bought this for you, is how you can show love through gifts. So I hope I've given you some insight. If you haven't ever read or looked at the 5 love languages, I highly recommend to Google it. You can do a little survey and figure out for yourself how you like to receive love and how you give it, and for those around you that are important that we show them that we love them. So love well. I'm Jody Rogers. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to come back for more great tips on creating your 2020 vision.